I am back again for the first time. So I have to tell this part. First of all, welcome to the Dick and Conversation podcast. I'm Elissa. And if this is your first time, welcome, welcome, welcome. If you've been listening to me before today, welcome back. So I have to tell this. I recorded a whole episode. Yes, I did. I recorded a whole episode. I've done all of this before. I was already set to put this on Amazon, iHeart, Pandora, Spotify, and YouTube. And the whole time that I recorded this episode previously, my microphone was on mute. So, so I'm going to have to do this all over again, which is fine because, hey, I love my podcast. But my socials are Dick and Conversation Podcast page on Facebook. It is Dick and Conversation YouTube channel, Dick and Conversation Podcast channel on YouTube. Like, subscribe, share, download. My email is dickandconvo@gmail.com. My Instagram, which I forgot the first time, so good thing I had to do it again. My Instagram is Dick and Conversation underscore podcast, and my blue sky is Dick and Convo.bsky.social. So this is something that, this is so like me. Where I recorded an entire podcast episode with my microphone on mute. It happens. So, the reason why I hopped on is because I felt I needed to give you guys an explanation. I've been talking for months about possibly changing the name of the podcast, which I think I'm going to do. I think I'm going to do it. And I wasn't sure what to change it to. I've settled on a name and a tagline and an intro and an outro. I'm here to tell you that AI is amazing. And if you are not embracing AI, you know, you'll still be playing records, 8 tracks and cassettes, and probably even CDs. The world is moving in the AI world. It's just because you're working here. So I'll reveal the name a little bit later. But I had made a video and put it on my Facebook page, and I felt like if people have been listening to me more than once, or even if you listen to me once, I think I owe you a bit more than just a video to let you know I'm thinking about changing the name. And I did owe you a why. I'm a why girl. I need to know the why. I don't care how crazy it is. Why? So if I'm a person who needs to know the why, I felt it's only fair that I give you guys the why as well. Well, when I originally started doing this 3 years ago, I had tons of stories to tell about my dating life and getting back into dating after my divorce, which, I mean, I'm still kind of trying to put my toe in the pool, see what's out there, see what's going on, you know, y- hang out with people every now and again. Oh, it's a journey. But it's not as much of a journey as it was a few years ago. So I started off as this started this podcast off, um, letting women know about the conversations men have that they don't tell women about. And at that time, I was dating a strapping young lad who was revealing things about why he had not settled down or just, red flags that he found with women. And I was like, what? Women don't know this. So I started telling some of the red flags that men see in us. And then I mutated this into red flags I've seen in men because I've seen red flags flying high in the wind with spotlights on them. And occasionally I still do. Like, oh, okay. So I felt that that was important to do that and to add this to the podcast, and then it kind of mutated from there. Well, this bad boy grew into something that I didn't anticipate. It began to be about relationships and things in the world and what was going on the Breakfast Club and things like that. And and I felt like there are other things that I could talk about besides myself. Now, please do not get me wrong. I still have plenty of cautionary tales in my dating life. Like, I still haven't told about the guy who had the appliances in his room. or duffel bag boy, or the men who told me, I love both of your bellies. Now, y'all know that's some messed up stuff to tell a woman. I love both of your bellies. I'm sure he meant it as a compliment. I'm positive that he meant that as a compliment. But I don't know if that's the best thing to tell a woman. I love both of your bellies. But he did. There are other things. Do damn. But I still have other things that I need to talk about besides that. And then and I also want to talk about things that are currently going on because I looked at that whole Taylor Swift, Kayla Nicole thing. Baby, that's petty on a level that I have not achieved. That's some she let Tony Braxton do her dirty work. And I started thinking like, well, what songs out there I could probably use if I ever need to throw some shade? Then I don't need to say a word. Just put it on, put it on my profiles and my social media or whatever. It's just every now and again we get a little petty. So I'm trying to evolve, and it has evolved because initially you couldn't even see me. This was just an audio podcast. It was just me talking. And people will say, Alyssa, your voice is so soothing and so calming. I feel like you're just having a conversation with me. And yes, I am having a conversation with you. And even when you see me now and I'm blinking and rolling my eyes and making faces, because Lord, this face right here, I can't quite. Can't quite control it sometimes with the eye roll because my eyes are so big. I can't help it. I'm still feel like I'm talking to you as an audience, and hopefully that you can relate to what I'm saying, which is good. I mean, if at any given point you laugh, you cry, you nod along, then you're in good company. That's, you know, by the way, that's going to be my new outro. That's going to be my new outro for when I change the name. So it has evolved into something different. It's not just my woes and tales because, like I said several times, I get a lot of feedback from men. So I often talk about, the audience that has grown. Originally, this was supposed to be for women in a demographic from like 25 to 55, maybe. But that's not always what I get. And I'm like, okay, well, let me make sure that I feed everybody who's sitting at this table eating from this podcast. So I said, well, let me at least change the name to show the growth that's there. And not only that, like I said, I think sometimes people don't listen to the name because they think it's, some sexy, raunchy tales. But I mean, if you go back to that Do Something Dude episode, that is the one. Hey, shout out to the Do Something Dude. He's going through a little something right now. So hey, thinking about you. Um, that was something different. But even my brother, one of my brothers, like, oh my God, Alyssa got that podcast. I don't want to hear her talk about dicks. Like, that's not what it's about. And I think people didn't know that. So that was one thing that I also wanted to change. Like, I think people needed to know. Sorry, I didn't turn my phone off. I think people needed to know what it really came from, where it really came from, and what it really means. And it wasn't quite capturing that. And I don't want people to miss an opportunity to learn from my missteps and mistakes and some of the things. And plus I wanted to expand my topics. So I felt it should reflect the growth that I've had in the past 3 years because initially I was kind of like, I think I was doing this out of not necessarily rebellion, but I wanted to get the information out. And then there were some other things that were going on. But I've since then grown. Don't get me wrong, I'm not all the way healed because healing isn't always pretty. Healing isn't always done, at least not for me. I'm not at the point where I go, I'm healed. So I'm kind of healed ish. I'm moving along. I'm healed ish, sort of kind of healed. But, that's my thing. And then hopefully you guys can kind of like join me on this journey and then realize like I'm not crazy. I'm still healing too. Because I get those moments where, you know, I'm grown and I'm in that my senior lady moment and I'm like, okay, that happened then. or this person said that, or that was the situation at work there, and I can understand why that happened. I am very empathetic, sometimes to a fault. But then, however, I am a Gemini. So on that other side, baby, I have some flashbacks like, ooh, I still want a dog walk a joker, male and female. It's something that just, just because I've forgiven. Oh, don't think I've forgotten. So I have those moments too, because I'm a little healed ish, not totally healed. But I felt that I owed everybody an explanation as to why the name is going to change. And I'll let you know what the name will be. So, I still wanted to jump on, hop on here, just give a quick little snippet, little trailer of what's to come. But until the name is revealed and until everything changes, I am still Elissa. This is still the Dick and Conversation podcast. I am still on Amazon, iHeart, Pandora, Spotify, and the tube of you. You can still find me on the Dick and Conversation Facebook page. You can still find me on the Dick and Conversation podcast. I forgot the word podcast. Jesus, I always forget something. Podcast YouTube channel. My my socials are still Dick and Conversation _podcast on Instagram. And my email is still dickandconvo@gmail.com. And I'm still on Blue Sky here under dickandconvo.bsky.social. So probably the next time you hear from me, you'll be hearing from me from my new podcast name. And remember, healing isn't always pretty, and it's not always done. Thank you for joining me. I'm Elissa.